So, tell us about your life today.
My life today?
Yeah.
Right now I'm feeding my great grandson. Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
Mommy, I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And he's a big guy and very heavy. And he's always hungry.
yes. And what do you do for fun?
For fun, I make flower arrangements. I love to do those.
And what about exercise?
Exercise. I go to yoga class every week.
Hold on, baby.
Is that what you asked me? My food?
Yeah, yoga is very important because it helps you balance and
How-
it keeps you calm.
How often do you go to yoga?
Every week I have a class I go to.
Mommy,
I've been doing that for about 20 years.
Yeah. And tell us about what year you came to the U.S. and what your life was like then.
Oh, well, we came to the U.S. when I was 16 years old and landed in Dallas, Texas, which was a good place for my dad because he was a doctor and there was a shortage of doctors in Dallas. So he could take his exam there with the help of an interpreter because our English was very poor, and then practiced medicine there for some 40 years or so.
What kind of doctor was he?
OBGYN.
And why did you move to Dallas?
Because there was a shortage of doctors there.
I mean, why did you leave Germany?
Oh, well, my dad had enough sense to get out of there while the possibility still existed. He could see that this wasn't going to get any better, that Hitler was taking over the whole country and he was totally anti-Semitic. So he had sense enough to get out. While the getting out was easy, we could take our furniture with us, and each one of us could take $25 for the rest of our lives there. That was not very much, even at those prices, because I think eggs were maybe 10 cents a dozen, and yeah, I got a refugee scholarship at SMU, and there for lunch we used to have a cup of coffee, a piece of pie, and a hamburger, and all that together was 25 cents, the whole thing. So if I got 25 cents to help the German department, the teacher there with the German teacher, that was one lunch. So if you compare it today, it's not all that different, because the minimum pay for a hamburger flipper at whatever would be something like $9 or something like that they would earn, and that's about the equivalent of the pay. So it's not as crazy as it sounds.
What year was it when you arrived in Dallas?
1936.
And I know that when you came over from Dallas, it was, or who came with you and who didn't come with you when you left Germany?
Oh, my mother, father, and brother, the whole family. We all came together.
Was that everybody in your family?
No, that was just our immediate family.
And did anybody have to stay in Germany?
I had a sister who was not quite right. She had some ear infection, and it affected her ability to talk properly, so she was left behind with enough money to look after her the whole time.
Was she between you and Helly?
Yeah.
Younger? Oh, okay. Did you ever hear from her again?
I think my parents might have, but my brother got really spoiled because he was the baby, so to speak, and he stretched out his feet like this guy, somebody would put some shoes on him, even when he was ready to go to school. So my parents were so worried that there'd be another problem, that they overreacted to him and his needs.
And somebody asked what the difference was between Hitler and Trump, and what did you say?
I see some similarities, except that Hitler had a plan. He knew exactly what he was going to do. There was a shortage of space in Germany for all the Germans, so he was going to invade other countries and enlarge the German size, no matter how. And Trump has no plans and no ideas. He just says whatever comes into his head, and if it makes no sense, that's okay too. Then he changes his mind. So those are differences. Yeah.
Do you think that Trump is somebody to be scared of with that comparison, or no?
I hope that he won't use his term up, and something will happen that he might get indicted or something. That'd be my hope.
Yeah. And so tell us about your life in San Francisco. When did you move here?
The reason I came here is that I had hay fever in Dallas. It was horrible. I couldn't sleep at night. I had to sit up and cough. So they said, go close to the ocean somewhere. That will take care of it, and it did. So we came here, and my husband was a traveling salesman. Didn't matter to him where he was doing this from. He could be anywhere. So we moved to San Francisco, and I've been here ever since 1959.
What did you think of here versus Texas?
Well, of course, I love it cool. I love it without ragweed. So all that was fulfilled here. I cannot stand the heat. So this was just ideal. And it's a nice place. It's tolerant of all kinds of people, and so it felt good.
And what would you want these babies to know if they ever their kids ever watch this video?
What do I want the kids to know?
Yeah, their kids. This one. If he has kids in 50 years.
Oh, my kids?
Your great grandkids.
What do I want them to know? That it is important to learn about tolerance of any and all other creatures, and not to fall off my lap. I mean, no, that was not part of it.
He seems very comfortable on you.
Yeah, but he's look at him. He's
yeah.
struggling.
Blake, you want to get in the video?
Struggling?
I want to play.
Okay. Who do you want to play with? This is Omi's beautiful condo. I'll take a video of the condo. It's in Diamond Heights, is that right? Yeah, and...
With the fog rolling in, I love the fog. Deb, I think you better...
Okay.